this is, we abide by the First Amendment, okay? You are entitled to free speech. Yes, you are. Just be ready for the consequences like it says here. Okay, listen. 10 seconds. Hey, Chelsea, I ain't got my fork. Can you look over there and see if my fork is on that table? 5, 4, 3, 2. Remember, everything's allegedly. Even my name's allegedly. Y'all better be in the wine glass, because I ain't got one. Somebody done stole my fork, y'all. Somebody done stole my damn fork. Was you eating off my fork? You were eating off my show fork? No. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all good? What's going on? Happy Wine at 5 today. We got a full show for y'all today. Tamika Scott has broken the internet, okay? I love it when they use our receipts to break the internet. I love it. How's that sound, Jasmine? We sounding good? Okay, thank you so much. Also going to be discussing more of my fan. I'm a fan favorite, okay? Blac Chyna, okay? Chloe and Tristan Thompson. Also Eva and Michael Sterling, okay? Also got an interview with Monique and Derek. That is going to be on TashaKLive.com after this, okay? But listen, while you guys are still getting in here, you know the rules, okay? Be respectful, all right? We don't block nobody. I don't even like y'all being timed out, because everybody over here that watched this show is literally grown, okay? We've looked at our demographics. You're grown, okay? So just act grown, okay? We can all agree to disagree. Moderators, remember, no blocking. I do not want to spend my time unblocking people, because we need every viewer we can get out here, okay? We work hard for every view. Every view counts, okay? Listen, before we go ahead and get into the wine, I ain't gonna keep y'all long, because I ain't got but an hour, okay? We got to take a moment to thank some sponsors, which means boldly raise a glass to stay right there. We'll be right back, because I got an announcement, okay, to make. It's a PSA, okay? Hold that thought. Let's go. You're a very smooth talker, Derek. And I have my sister-in-law. My brother did 7 years in prison, okay? Listen, I tell him all the time, the guys in prison, don't get on the phone with them, because you're not going to be able to get off. And I feel like y'all get to work on your interpersonal skills, your communication skills just a little bit better than, the average man. And that's what the average man lacks in the real world is communication skills. But because you're in jail so much and all you have is your voice, you got to put what you can into her verbally so that she believes everything that you say without you physically being there.
I necessarily wouldn't be with this man if I felt like he was not defending me when it came to his family, or if I felt like the love wasn't genuine. Because at the end of the day, we together because we love each other. Like I'm not about to be with somebody who I feel like is not a good fit for me. And also, y'all, the season is running from August, we filmed from like August to November. So it's like the person that Derek was back then, he's not the same person now.
Traveling. I'm able to travel. I've been doing good on parole. Me and Monique, this is what we doing. We doing a couple goals. We talking about out of prison, about traveling, about doing this, about having fun. That's what we doing.
Monique, would you be opposed to letting him go sow his royal oats and then getting back with him? Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. And we're back. All right, okay. You'll be able to catch the Monique and Derek interview along with some live commentary from me right after this show on TashaKLive.com. Remember, it is uncensored, it is raw, to the point, okay? We got a lot that we can discuss over there without having to censor ourselves over here, but that's okay. I can play by the rules. I've been doing good here the last 6 months. What y'all think? Cheers me, okay? Listen, I got an announcement tonight. I got to put y'all on game when it comes to this here food chain, okay? Mammoth meat, okay? Lab-grown mammoth meat will be entering the market here soon, okay? They're doing a slow roll out on the mammoth meat, but before we get into specifics, okay, let's let the scientists tell you exactly what they've been working on and why it is they're introducing this And listen closely to what the scientists here got to say about this here mammoth meat that we're going to be eating here next year, okay? Let's get it, Jasmine. Don't do that.
We
don't,
won't
don't.
eat the mammoth meatball right now. And it doesn't mean that you can't eat it, but because this protein is literally 4,000 years old, we haven't seen it for a very, very long time. It means that we would want to put it through seriously rigorous testing like we do with any product that we want to bring to market. And for this purpose, we wanted to present it to the world faster and not necessarily bring it immediately to market. There's two reasons why we chose the mammoth meatball. So the first one is that we wanted to get people talking. We wanted attention to something that is different from the meat that we eat now, because with new technology, it means that the food that we can have doesn't have to replicate what we've had before. It can be more exciting. It can have better flavor profiles, better nutrition profiles. And so we wanted to create something that was totally different from anything you can get now.
Different from anything and everything, okay? So different that he wouldn't even taste his own lab-grown mammoth meat, okay? They got lab-grown chicken, and they got lab-grown 4,000-year-old mammoth meat. Now, this is a different type of ancient protein, so they're not sure, okay, what benefits we're going to get from it, as well as disadvantages, okay? They just know that this is the sort of meat that cavemen ate, okay? So as they're doing this slow roll, which is an introduction, okay, that is called an expo, kind of like a trade show. I don't know if y'all ever been to a trade show where every year they do a trade show. They got new phones, new technology and stuff like that, new food, new meat, new lab meat. They got lab diamonds, lab meat, lab chicken, lab mammoth, okay? And this right here, this is going to be something for the market. Now, let me tell you what this marketing is going to look like, okay? Because you heard him say it a little bit in the video, okay? This is something that you've never heard before. This is like an old protein, okay? This is protein that our ancestors had that we sort of kind of have some biological makers in to digest it with, but they just don't know how the body is going to take it. Is it going to be too much protein? How is the digestive tract going to react to this protein, and what type of cancer is going to form from this protein in the long run? They haven't done that yet, okay? And so they're going to market this as a super protein, okay? They're going to first give it to bodybuilders, preferably Netherlands white men, okay? White men from the northern hemisphere, cold type areas. They're going to see how their body processes this, and once they get good feedback when they do their focus groups on this, then they'll start to slow roll it into the market, into powder forms, gel capsule forms, meat package forms, and then they will start to bring back to life real mammoths, okay, and form the mammoths and sell it as a meat, because they don't have no more cows and chickens to give away, okay? So stay tuned for your mammoth meat coming soon to the Publix near you, okay? All right, up next, Eva and Michael Sterling, okay? Sad day out here on the internet. There's been a lot going on, a lot of marriages on that are rocky right now. Okay, and I'm literally saying rocky. So she filed for divorce from her lawyer husband, Michael T. Sterling. And it's just sad because, like, she gave her daughter, who she had by Kevin McCall, Michael Sterling's last name, okay? She wanted the family unit. You know, Michael was out here on his crackhead, you know what I'm saying? And so she just didn't want that for her daughter, even though he is one nice-looking man. I got to tell you that. Even though he on that, Kevin. Kevin is nice looking, sorry. So I'm a chocolate fan. You know, no offense to the light skin. You know, I know y'all say I don't like light skinned people, but you know, I'm just saying my husband chocolate, okay? And Kevin can sing too. So he ain't never got to keep a job because he can sing and he's nice looking in chocolate. Somebody will always pay his bills and take a beating or two. But listen, so back to the story I have. So she was dead set on this man being the one. You know what I'm saying? He's a lawyer. He seems well established. I know he's getting into the politics around Atlanta and stuff like that. And so she's recently had another baby. I don't even think the baby's a year or two old yet, okay? And so I'm going to take this as a postpartum divorce, meaning she's tired. He's probably working too much, working on other things and other people, all right? And she's just had enough, okay? If she's going to have sleepless nights with the baby, she can do that by herself. And I do want to say this too. When you marry these women with quote unquote kids and stuff like that, or if you are a mother, you can relate to what I'm saying. And so to the men that are watching the show right now, okay, this is only to the men that are watching the show that want to marry women, but you have to understand their patience is about this thin. Okay, and especially when you marry someone who's been in the public eye, who's already been embarrassed and humiliated by her partner. She's been called everything in the book, been cheated on, you know, been lied to, you name it. Okay, so there's only so much that she's gonna be able to take. And here's the thing, I'm gonna cut Michael some slack here because he is who he is. He's always been who he is. Okay, lawyer, lawyer. Okay, he working late. He lying. He working late. He a lawyer. You understand? You get my drift here? So I don't know what it is that he's done. I'm sure that it's going to come out in these Atlanta streets soon. He swears that he's going to fight for his family. He is not going to let this go. But if she's already down there at the divorce office and that means she's already spoke to another lawyer about you or how to take a lawyer's money, okay? In a divorce, brother, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But Eva, it's hard out here for a woman with 2 children, with 2 different baby daddies. Sometimes you got to put on your big girl panties and you got to pick your battles, okay? And so I'm just going to say that because modeling, that ship has sailed. So has Real Housewives of Atlanta. Or maybe this is a ploy to get back on. We shall see. Moving on. In the swing of things here, we got Jackie, Christy, and Doug. Okay, we got Juicidora and what's his name? Ralph, right, okay. And then we got Mimi and Taj. Okay, this is just a whole triangle. So I think this story goes just a little bit deeper. So let me rewind it to those of y'all that may not be just quite abreast on what's going on. Okay, so Juicidora has been using reality TV to dog out her husband to set up her next bag because she was getting ready to leave him. Okay, and so she's using the reality show and the divorce as a way to transition her marriage because she's not going to get much from him because they was both struggling. Okay. And so we're seeing, both of them are rushing to, the divorce court or whatnot, and who can get there first. On your mark, get set, go. I got it first. Boom, which means I divorced you. It doesn't seem like you left me. I mean, they really on some crazy shit. And then we find out that, and we're supposedly gonna find out during the show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she is the next peach up. Okay, for us to be watching diligently. Now all of a sudden she's gay. Okay, and so she's supposedly dating Mimi's ex, Taj, right? That's Ty. Okay, and so, but here's the thing. I'm inclined to believe that maybe Juicidora has always been that way because there was some talk about Ralph. I don't know if it's true, but apparently they discovered things as their marriage excelled. Okay. And so now it's in the de-excel type stage. And so when I saw this clip here on Basketball Wives, it has me kind of, first of all, I want you to see if you see what I see, okay? Roll this clip, Jasmine.
But no, Brandy, I would love, since the season's winding down and my husband's gonna be home for a little while, I would love to have you guys just come up and hang with me for a little bit.
I will definitely come to,
Good, I'm
glad.
glad.
I think this trip is definitely a nice opportunity for the ladies to get away and us to reconnect.
My husband's gonna cook, and that's what I'm talking about. You make the salmon at least, so they can try it. You talked about it, the salmon and the salmon dish.
He cooked for me.
He gonna do it.
Did you see what I saw? I think Jasmine finally saw what I saw in that clip. Did you see what is the name of that resort in Jamaica? Hinduism? Hinduism? What? There's a resort in Jamaica where people go to swing. She said Doug's season was winding down. And you saw how she had her hands on that glass. She was like, roll it one more time, just one more time. I want you to watch the mannerism. Watch how she looks in the eye of Drew. Just watch.
But no, Brandy, I would love,
Brandy.
since the season's winding down and my husband's gonna be home for a little while, I would love to.
Oh my God! She looked just like Drew. Oh my God! I'm a cousin wino out there set me up. But anyway, okay, Jackie Christie. It's you swinging. Roll it again.
But no, Brandy, I would love, You know, since the season's winding down and my husband's gonna be home for a little while, I would love to have you guys just come up and hang with me for a little bit.
I will definitely come to. Yeah.
Good, I'm
I'll come
glad.
inside.
I think this trip is definitely a nice opportunity for the ladies to get away and us to reconnect.
My husband's gonna cook, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, you make the salmon at least, so they can try it. You talked about it, the salmon and the salmon dip.
They cook for me.
He gonna do it.
All right, pause. Now, the wino that set me up, I think what they was trying to tell me, okay, was that Jackie Christie cut her comments off on this particular post, okay? Now, I at first thought, and the wino thought that this was Drew. It looked just like Drew. I don't watch Basketball Wives like that, but I know a proposition when I see one, okay? Now, I can't prove that they down there hedonism swinging, but when she grabbed that glass and said he's been working hard all season and he could use some downtime, and so could she, because they do everything together, you know? Why don't you come on up? And they looked, and the husband, the only one, you know, Brandon is the only one looking like, I don't want to go. Don't set me up like that no more. But we still got two stories in once. We'll be back on the Drew and Ralph. I can't believe that. We're going to take a break real quick. We take a break. All right, after the break, okay, we got Chloe and Tristan, Blac Chyna, and Tamika and TashaK Scott, okay? Things are a little rocky between them, all right? Now, remember, right after this live, we're going to go over to TashaKLive.com for the Monique and Derek interview, along with a few other topics that I'm going to be speaking on, okay? And so without further ado, we got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. A friend of mine was recently in a very nasty car accident. Luckily, he came out okay, but his car was pretty beat up. I asked him if he thought about getting a lawyer to help him with his car insurance, and he looked at me like I was crazy. All that hassle, searching for a lawyer, spending hours in meetings, looking at all types of paperwork. I mean, hiring a lawyer is extremely painful, right? Wrong. With Morgan & Morgan, submitting an injury claim is so easy. Morgan & Morgan has managed to modernize the injury law process so that you can submit a claim and have it reviewed by a lawyer without ever leaving your couch. You can sign documents, upload pictures, share medical records, and upload bills all from the comfort of your phone. You can even text message your attorney and case manager without having to go to an office. When you're injured in an accident, hiring an attorney should be one of the first things you do. And with Morgan & Morgan, submitting a claim is so easy. More than 3 million people have trusted Morgan & Morgan when they were injured in accidents. And so if you're ever in an accident, check out Morgan & Morgan. You can submit a claim with 8 clicks or less, and you can have America's largest personal injury firm fighting for you. You can get started right now at forthepeople.com or dial #law, and that's #529 from your cell phone. The reason I wanted you here was for awareness purposes, because you were fighting for your life.
Like, what did I do with my life? I was literally, I swear to God in my head, I said, it's not over. It can't be over. Like, this cannot be over for me. Like, I was literally thinking, like, my life cannot be over. I haven't done nothing with my life. Like, nothing significant with my life yet. So, so just in a quick second, like, without warning, I'm about to die. Like, I'm literally thinking that, but it's like, I can't say nothing. So at the same time, I'm trying not to panic because, like I said, my intestines is in my hand. Like, my stomach is cut open, part of my stomach is in my hand. So it's like I'm trying to calm my breathing down and just like thinking like, okay, I'm about to die. It's okay. Like, be calm. Like, any second I'll just be sleeping.
All right, and we back. We're back. Verifying information. Shit, somebody trying to set me up around here. Anyway, okay, on to Chloe and Tristan. Now, I'm seeing this repetitive story. Apparently, Tristan, it's big news, and I don't know why, moved 3 houses down from Chloe, okay? Now, everybody's using this as a way to say, well, she forgave him. She always forgives him. What is new? Okay? And I don't see anything significant about Tristan moving 3 houses down from his baby mama to keep the child support payments low. He retiring from basketball. He got 2 other baby mamas collected. This is the most expensive because she got the most kids, she got the most access, and she got the better lawyers, okay? And so in order to be in their life full time, and if she does decide to take that route, he can say, Judge, I live down the street. I don't miss nothing with my kids, and if I do, it's because she keeping me away from my kids. So as far as I'm concerned, he using their own shit against them, okay? So let Tristan be a daddy. Damn. I was like, why are people sending me this? Like, oh, she's still messing with him. That's our baby dad. People screw their baby daddies for life. Okay? I would screw mine for life. Period. Yes. Now, moving on. Blac Chyna. All right. So proud of her. I am. I love like this newfound truth. We've spoken about this, but I want to speak to people that want to do their bodies. Okay, I want to speak to people who want to go to chop shops or who even want to go to these doctors and stuff like that. Because I was just watching a girl on social media get these massages after she got a BBL, and she was bruised from the back down. And I'm like, they could be complaining about men beating their ass, but they, you know what I'm saying? They laid up and let the doctor just puncture them over. You know how many stab wounds that is when they doing lipo 360 and lipo in the stomach and lipo in the ass, and then when you go and punch and let somebody put some glue or whatever it is that you got in your ass. Listen, I want y'all to listen to what Blac Chyna said here in her latest interview, okay? Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add to it, okay, before we move to this Tamika and TashaK Scott shit, okay? Let's go.
Blac Chyna's plastic surgery reversal. Welcome to Access Hollywood from Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm Mario Lopez.
And I'm Kid Hoover, now going by her real name, Angela White. She's been documenting the process for her 17 million Instagram followers.
And over the years, she's had many cosmetic procedures.
No. Keep going.
Including liposuction, breast and butt enhancements, and silicone injections.
But now in our at-home exclusive, Angela is showing off the results to Access guest correspondent Simone Boyce and calling it a life-changing journey.
Angela.
Hi.
There's something different about you.
Is it the hair? No.
I'm at the doctor's office right now, and as y'all know, I've been changing my life.
Documenting her entire transformation journey, Angela's social media followers got a front row seat for her head-to-toe make-under, which included getting filler in her jaw, lips, and cheeks dissolved.
It's almost like I can see a different, almost instant.
Let's start at the beginning. Talk to me about the plastic surgery that you had done.
Okay, so I've had a lot of procedures done. This is my 5th boob job. I've had liposuction 3 times. I've had fillers. I had butt augmentation. I'm gonna go get my buttocks reduced and also to my breast.
Angela says it's her previous buttocks augmentation that she was most concerned about, and a big reason she wanted to share her story. Now 34, she received illegal silicone injections when she was just 19 years old. The extremely dangerous procedure was not performed by a licensed doctor.
This is a regular person that's doing it. So they're getting whatever it is, substance that they're doing and giving it to you. They're not gonna tell you, hey, you know you could possibly die.
How was your health affected by the silicone injections?
My rear end would get like super like inflamed, and it would get really, really hard and like really hot. It was very scary. Look at who I just ran into.
So her butt would get super inflamed, hot, and hard. Okay? This is what's happening. In the other ones, you could just die, blood clot, okay? So it's either or. Now, y'all know my sister-in-law just had hers reversed, okay? Because she had to get hers taken out, and Chyna's the only one out here being honest and speaking out. But this is the reason why, I'm going to be honest with you, most of these women can't find partners to stay, whether male or female, okay? Because when you see a woman and she's like, the woman of your dreams, you think she's beautiful. Oh my God, like these are these supermodels, these IG models. Oh my God, I've been waiting to bag you. And then you wake up and then you touch her ass and then it's hot and it's warm and it's hard. That would scare the shit out of anybody. It would mess with anybody. Imagine just rolling over or you hitting it from the back and all of a sudden it just hardens up on you. You're like, wait a minute. That's not muscle. That's not muscle. And then it's hot. Nah, you got to go because don't nobody want to be responsible for the medical bills, okay? Especially when you're the partner, you got to go half on the medical bills and stuff like that. They just ran. So listen to this little girl. She's trying to tell y'all something, okay? Moving on. All right. Seems like the Tamika and Tasha Scott are between a rock and a soft space. All right. Now, earlier today, Tamika Scott, and I hope I don't get the sisters messed up. Tasha is me, okay? So that's me, and Tamika's the other one. So, we got the same name, just spelled differently. Different niggas, too, okay? So she... Sorry, y'all. All right, I'm being serious. Remember, after this video, okay, we heading over to TashaKLive.com to watch our exclusive with Monique and Derek. We got different information that nobody's ever asked, okay? And also, we got a few topics we're going to be covering, too, in addition to our Monique and Derek interview, along with an extended edition of our Scars guests, okay? And so all of that will be available on the app tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Download, go to the website, TashaKLive.com, and subscribe, okay, if you want to see the show. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and touch on this here, okay? And so you guys know that I dropped the infamous call with Mr. Rocky Bivens, Edward Rocky Bivens, okay? And no one expected me to drop that call. I didn't tell anybody at all right? That's just how we work around here. He said a lot of things that I didn't even know was really important because, when he spoke about, like, a few key points, when I said, unique, and we're talking about Rocky Bivens, the man between these two, okay? Between a rock and a soft space. When he spoke about, and I was telling him about his mistress, Unique, and I was like, hey, she had 2 abortions and 1 miscarriage. He was like, oh my God. And then he asked me if I knew about the big news between, Todd sleeping with a transgender or, Tamika sending him naked pictures and there's supposedly a sex tape, all sorts of stuff, okay? He said this was going to be the big news, so I had no idea that this man was plotting to do an expose, but he just didn't know that I was one step ahead of him. I need my wine. Can I get my Casamigos at least? Please. We about to unwind, okay? I got a few minutes here. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. All right. So, I'm going to put it in my little wine glass because we're drinking something strong today. When you're in South Florida, they give you a liquor to go. That's why I love living down here, child. Love living down here, okay? It's legal. I remember the drive-through liquor stores where they'll fix your drink. Y'all remember them? When you drive through the liquor store, you ask for what you say you want. My mama used to do a Sequel 7 and Sprite with some lime or something. They fix the drink, they open the bottle, give it a cup of ice and everything, and they would give us bubble gum. That's why I'm going through the drive-thrus now. You're giving me bubble gum. Setting up the next generation. Okay. Now, I had no idea how deep that call really went, okay? But Tamika has since responded to that call. We're going to give you just a little snippet of the video that she put out, okay, along with some of the receipts, and then we're gonna really get into this, okay? Because we're not done yet, all right? So we got another part coming. I'm not going to tell you when it's coming, how it's coming. Just know that it's coming, and you guys know where to be, okay? TashaKLive.com. Go ahead and roll this clip of Tamika responding to the allegations that was made in our Rocky Bivens interview. Let's go.
So I'll just wait on my apology.
Let me tell you something. She's not going to give an apology. How are you going to send me a threat text? Let me explain with the text. I will put it up here so you guys can see it. And, I might even share the video where she's saying things that's in the text. So I got a threat text about me, Tiny, and Candy, all right? First of all, her husband says that I sent him naked pictures. And he says something about Tiny, and he says something about Candy that I'm not going to say, which are all lies.
You see what the big news is, right?
About you stealing the $30,000?
No, now the news is Tamika, my sister-in-law, was sending me naked pictures. Todd sucking a tranny's dick, and Tiny in trouble. That's about to be the biggest news today. Mm-hmm. So, people, that girl you got coming over there with security for what? Like, damn, Tasha.
Let me ask you this real quick.
He's the devil. He's evil. Miss Diane already explained to everybody that she signed all of us up for sound exchange.
Well, I signed Escape, every one of them, up for sound exchange. And I sent all the paperwork. And Tamika, I did Latocha, everybody. And Tamika told me when we filled out the paperwork, she was living in New York then. And I still have the paperwork. And I filled it out, and I've put it, her address was all in New York and everything. Tamika, my Tamika had gotten her checks, and it was a pretty big check then. I'm thinking it was like close to $20,000 the first time. They got a lot of checks though. And Tamika said, I didn't get my checks. And I said, well, you should have. I said, because Tamika's gotten several checks already. And so we called up to Sound Exchange. Me and Tamika was on the line. And we talked to, this guy's name was Joe Mo Grady. I think he's passed away, but back then he was the person we talked to. And he talked to Tamika, and she asked him questions about her checks. And he told her that her checks were going to Hampton, Georgia. And so after that, she said, well, I live in New York. How did this happen? And he sent her copies of the checks. I mean,
he sent copies.
He said something about your sister and Rocky. Or Edward Bivens, because I really didn't know Rocky's name.
Right, he said Edward Bivens cashed your checks. But how was I supposed to get my money back?
The only way you could get your money back is you had to prosecute them. And you said, I don't want to do that.
Once we did do the investigation, well, they sent information. Someone sent in, which was my sister, and I will be showing that in a second. She changed the contract and put her name on the contract saying that she was my manager. And you're going to see that in a second. And then they put they sent my passport. It was a lot of stuff.
I know he said, that they had proof. They thought it was you and everything. But there's only reason that you couldn't get your money back is you would have to prosecute them.
So I'm not going to do too much, but I will clear my name. I will show you a few pieces of evidence that shows how they went in and they changed my address to their address. How they changed my email. Everything that Miss Diane did was changed by my sister, Latasha Scott. I will give you evidence. Now, the misconception is the $30,000. It wasn't one check. It was multiple checks. It wasn't just one. So I was very nice. I was being very nice to say that only $30,000 was stolen from me. Oh yeah, one of the threats were that my tape, I have a sex tape that I did. Yes, when I was in my 20s, I did a sex tape. So, I didn't want to take it back to my house, so I gave the tape to my sister and told her to hold it. So, I can watch it every now and then, I just got to be honest with you. I was looking good on the tape. But anyway, I gave it to my sister, so I went back to get it. She said someone stole it out of her safe. So I said, okay, well, who got the safe code? Who got the code to your safe? She said only her and her husband. But somebody stole my tape. Now I'm about to be blackmailed by them. If I don't apologize, they're going to put the tape out. This is what the text says. So, you know what? You're not going to scare me. You got my tape, but you said you didn't have my tape. Now all of a sudden you want to extort me and put the tape out? And you're doing a gospel album.
Hey, y'all. All right. I got to ask my team something before I share something with y'all, okay? I'm going to have them mute the mic. It is some information that we just got privy to, but before I make it public, I got to ask, okay, if I could do it, okay? So give me 1 second. Mute me. right, let's go. All right, so I receive. Okay. Here we go. So I had to ask permission to do it and how to do it, okay? Now I can't pinpoint if this is Rocky. All right, I will put the receipts in TashaKLive.com though, okay? And let y'all see for yourself. So after this video dropped today with Tamika, we got a DM from a young lady, okay? And she says that I've been sleeping with Rocky for 1 year. This is what the girl is saying. And she said he recently signed a lease for me in his name. So I was like, okay. So I started speaking to her. You know, I looked at her profile. She showed her picture. She showed a picture of her son. So it looks legit. I said, well, I got on the phone with her. I said, how did you meet Rocky? And I'm going to tell you how it's going to tie into this, right? This video. Rocky is a motherfucker if he did this, okay? Now, I'm saying heavy allegedly, but I'm just I'm putting two and two together. So I'm like, so Rocky signed a lease for you and your son to live in an apartment on March 21st? She says yes. I'm like, so this past March, we interviewed Unique, I believe, on the 18th or the 19th, if I'm not mistaken, one of them days. And so you mean to tell me after I interviewed Unique, who exposed him with real receipts, he decides to sign a lease for you in Indiana? So I said, well, how did you meet Rocky? She says that she met him through the DM. She just hit him through the DM and he responded. And they've been talking for over 2 years through DM. I said, so you've never met him before? She goes, no. She says, well, I guess when things got hot with the story that you did, I didn't know what to do. My family told me to lay low and not put this story out because I was going to expose him. But he hit me and saying that I needed to delete everything. And I was like, no. So I told him as an exchange that he needed to basically give me the money and sign for my apartment. So I said, okay, so you got the receipt. So she sends me a bottom sheet of a lease, and it looks like it says, well, it doesn't look like it says Edward Bivens in the email. It looks like it could be altered. Like it doesn't look like your normal Gmail email. It looks like something that you could create during in a fake email generator. And it has a signature line, right? And it has, she said his name is Mr. Edward or Eddie Bivens, okay? Nobody calls him Eddie. So I'm like, where'd you get Eddie from? So I was like, okay, well, send me the DMs between you and Rocky. She says, well, my son is on the phone that I was using to DM him. I said, so you mean to tell me this man has had a relationship with you for over 2 years and has never seen you, but gave you $1,000 and signed for a lease on your apartment, and you want me to put this story out? She says, yes. I said, okay, well, send me all the receipts and I'll talk about getting you out to South Florida to possibly do an interview, but send me everything, okay? So what she does is she sends me more emails, but never sends me the full lease, okay? And so this happened coincidentally after Tamika exposes the back of the checks with Edward Bivens signing the checks. So what I think this person wanted me to do, because I know exactly who she is, and she's a YouTuber, and she just doesn't strike me as the type that Rocky likes, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. So what she wanted was for me to put out this lease with his signature so that you guys would compare the signatures to the check that Tamika wrote, okay? I mean, that Tamika showed in her video to a lease that he allegedly signed, okay, to this woman that he's never met. Gotta be better than that. You gotta be better. So when she was I said, hold. That's why I had to cut everything. That's how I had to cut. Now, I can't prove that Rocky put this out. But we can prove that Rocky did send her a threatening text with all the information he put in the phone call. So does this look like it's got Rocky written all over it? It does, but those receipts will be available on TashaKLive.com. I'm even going to have them upload this call. This is fake news that I'm sharing with y'all because according to, based on what she put out and what we received, it's fake news and we don't know who's behind it, but why all of a sudden would they only send me the signature line to show a signature and what Edward Bivens' signature looks like in order to disprove her receipts that she put out saying that he signed her checks. Now let's get into the situation between her and Tasha, you know, as sisters, okay? Here's why I think Tasha ain't gonna leave Rocky. It's because they both got shit on each other. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's they rob together, they steal together, they cheat together. This is a whole organization, and Tasha has been wanting for so long to be the it girl. She has been in competition with no one but herself, but according to her, she's in competition with everybody in the group, okay? A group that if it wasn't for a group, we wouldn't even know who she was. But you get people that get greedy, and Tasha and Rocky both fit the profile of what greed looks like and what they will do to anybody to get it. So Rocky can do what he wants, and Tasha can do what she wants because listen, if Tasha leave, ain't no telling what Rocky got on her. We're talking about a man that worked for R. Kelly for years for free, okay? But claimed he was the mastermind behind R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, but was willing to tell me everything as long as it didn't involve him in order to help get himself out of the bullshit, okay? And focus on something else. This is the type of people they are. And they complement each other. Anybody that could be that together that long, broken, surviving, as far as I'm concerned, according to the text messages that was sent between Rocky and Unique, she was paying his American Express bill, which is Tasha's American Express bill. And somebody that would go through those lengths to get royalties signed over because one, they look alike, they sing alike, they got their names are similar. It's easy to do that. It's easy to recreate or send in a passport. And then this is a woman that trusts her sister with everything because this is her older sister. So she wouldn't even think that her own sister would do this. But she didn't know that her husband, who worked for the best, taught her the game. And it's a shame that they are using and pushing a gospel album as the means to a new beginning, to a new start, to help elevate a solo career. You just can't make this up. When I tell you this is beyond corruption, extortion, what you wouldn't do in order to make somebody look bad. I'm gonna tell you how stupid I think Rocky is. There was another DM that came in from an anonymous account right after I did the interview with Unique saying, hey, let me tell you exactly what it said. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna let you see it. And I'm gonna tell you, there's only one person that talked like this, okay? One person that talked like this. Give me a second. Let me get this DM. Okay. It says, Tijuana Faucha been on divorce court twice. Anything you need to know, T. She's not 50. She's 36 from New Orleans. Her raggedy ma is 50. And her raggedy mama is 50. I guess talking about Unique's mom, okay? So Unique is Tia Wonder. This is Rocky's side piece. Follow me. Then it goes on to say, how do I get in contact with you? I have reliable info about the feds on the whole family. Who else said something about Unique's family being watched by the feds? It's federal. It's federal. We need to make that it's federal. So all of a sudden, coincidentally, you in my DM from a J Stop Shop account with no pictures, saying the same thing you said in the recording, the same thing you said in the recording to me. Tamika got text message. Rocky, you got to do better than this. Come on now. I'm not surprised if you work for R. Kelly and he's sent behind jail. He's sent behind bars for all these years for not covering his tracks. What do you expect? But you know what's the shame? It's like it's like these are sisters. This is an entire family. This is an entire family that's disrupted by, and when I say a demon, I'm talking about a demon because a demon got excited when Tasha signed those the record contract after she took the record deal from her sister. Like you can't. I'm gonna have to go cleanse myself and sage myself from even dealing with this, okay? So listen, I'm gonna leave this right here, especially with all this new information that y'all just got, because I think we've done enough exposing for the week. But we'll be back next week or even tomorrow, okay? So listen. We're going to head over to TashaKLive.com at 7 p.m., okay? Right now, this show is actually over. Yeah, it is 6 o'clock, okay? So we do end this show at 6. All right, and we're going to watch the Monique and Derek interview together. We're also going to cover a few topics as well that we can't discuss over here on, these platforms here, okay? That's why we have a website, okay, TashaKLive.com. If you want to watch this exclusive interview with Monique and Derek, please feel free to visit the website, subscribe there, and download the app or wherever, and you can stream to your TV cast, watch it on your phone or wherever, okay? Thank you all so much for watching, okay? If you like this video, please subscribe, share this video, okay? Like this video. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to hit me in the DM. Make sure you can back up your receipts, okay? Because as you can see, we're good at what we do. It ain't just my brain no more, okay? It ain't just my brain. It's 5 other people, all right? Also, or you can email me the tips at unwinewithtashak@gmail.com. Please, guys, if you want to advertise across any of my platforms, please feel free to send us an email via ads at TashaKLive.com, okay? That is ads at TashaKLive.com. Anything else I need to say? No? Huh? Oh, if you want to share your story on our platform, if something tragic has happened to you within your personal life and you want to utilize our platform to bring awareness to it, please feel free to hit us via email at stories@TashaKLive.com. That is stories with RIES, okay, at TashaKLive.com. And with that being said, now I gotta go, okay? Bye.